We spoke just yesterday about how Bethesda have now confirmed that support for Starfield is going to continue, and by support they clearly don't just mean, like fixes and improvements, but obviously other more exciting stuff, considering, they're being more secretive about it, and of course they even said themselves that, hey, we're excited to tell you what we're working on, we just can't yet. So of course that just makes us all wonder, what could this actually be? Because outside of Shattered Space, while we've obviously expected that okay, Starfield's probably going to get more than one DLC, since Bethesda usually give their games multiple DLCs and expansions, we haven't really gotten any concrete information about another DLC. No reliable leaks or rumors or anything. So the first thing that I think a lot of people jumped to was a Starborn DLC, because that has been the rumor, right? And even though again there was no reliability to these rumors, at least from what I've seen and heard myself, a Starborn DLC does feel like a thing that many Starfield players want, right? Maybe an expansion that adds a few new universes for us to go to after the endgame of the main questline, but with even more changes, that's all I can really think of. Because while I do think that this is a cool system and a really cool and unique way to do a New Game Plus kind of thing, the new universes did feel kind of lackluster, right? Not a whole lot of changes outside of Constellation. So I could definitely see Bethesda doing some kind of massive expansion that really adds new universes, new changes, perhaps a new quest line, giving you a story reason to go back through the Unity and learn more about, being Starborn and stuff like that. Now the other DLC that does honestly come to my mind is a space station builder, right? Because the assets for it are basically already in the game. You can access space station / star station, whatever you want to call it, parts, and attach them to your spaceship via console commands or mods. So perhaps Bethesda could release a DLC kind of on the same scale as the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC for Fallout 4, where maybe now there's a little quest and we can go and quote unquote buy land, a small piece of atmosphere outside of a planet or a moon or something, and build our very own space station, which could be used as a player home or really just whatever you want. I use a mod that adds a personal space station player home, and it literally hasn't left my mod list since I found it, because I love it so much. So if Bethesda made something like this and made it a real official thing for the game, I would definitely be interested in buying that. Now I do honestly think that the statement that Bethesda put out could honestly mean free updates as well, right? Because clearly Bethesda are happy to give us free stuff and free updates, such as the buggy, right? It would definitely be cool to see Bethesda Game Studios take some inspiration from Laurent Studios and add in a bunch of new quests or some cinematics and stuff like that. Again, something like Laurent Studios has done many times with Baldur's Gate 3 over the last couple of years. Besides maybe a few short new quests, I really don't know what else they could add for free though. I mean, the storage system in the game still sucks ass and needs to be fixed, so maybe they could fix that. But talking about actual new content, maybe a few new companions. The fact that Shattered Space didn't give us any new companion was kind of ridiculous, and I'm still kind of butthurt about it. I'm still waiting to get an evil companion in the game, and Shattered Space just felt like the perfect opportunity for them to do that, and sadly they didn't. And I know, before everyone rushes to the comments, I know, you get new crew members in Shattered Space, but they aren't companions. They're soulless NPCs with next to zero personality. What I mean is, I want more companions like Sarah, Sam, Barrett, etc. Finally, getting an evil companion, or just a companion that isn't a part of Constellation, would be really cool to see. So hey, maybe we could eventually get that one day in either a DLC or a free update, who knows. And I know that this particular DLC is probably something that a lot of people aren't going to want to hear, but I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen a spaceship building pack DLC yet. Obviously in Fallout 4 we had 3 settlement DLCs, and they basically were all really mediocre, and they pretty much just added in a few new settlement items like chairs and beds and whatnot. And I'm honestly just very shocked that Bethesda haven't released a DLC pack of new spaceship parts or anything. Although of course they do keep promoting new habs and stuff on the creation store that you have to pay for, which isn't great, but you know, what can you do? But look, besides all of that, I really just don't know what else you add to Starfield. I would love to see more Crimson Fleet quests, so I'd be happy to get a DLC focused around that faction, or perhaps a DLC about a new colony war, like the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies break their pact and start another war. That would be absolutely awesome to see, and was something I really wanted in the base game, and was kind of disappointed that we didn't get. And the number one thing I wanted in the base game was intelligent alien life. When I first played Starfield, I really thought that the Starborns were going to be like an intelligent alien race, and the story was going to be about alien life discovery and stuff like that. And sadly for me, we didn't get that. I still really like Starfield's story, but yeah, it went in like the complete different direction from what I was expecting. So I would really love a DLC about aliens. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my ideas. We know more is coming, we just don't know what it is, but of course I will keep you all updated when we do get any information. But let me know your ideas in the comments below, because they're probably much better than mine, and I love reading all of your comments. Of course, please do like the video if you would be so kind, and consider subscribing if you haven't already and you want to stay up to date on everything Starfield. As always, a huge thank you to our channel members for their continued support. It means the world, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.